I'm Janelle Amasa at Dundas and Bell Woods. This is the very spot where Sammy Yatim was shot and killed by a police officer 3 years ago. He was holding a knife. Now this weekend, a similar incident on another TTC vehicle. A man with a knife. Police ascended on that scene, but that one ended very differently.
He was taken into custody safely. So this is a success story. This is a textbook result to a good crisis negotiation.
A nearly 6-hour standoff in North York ending in applause as police apprehend a man with a knife on a TTC bus Saturday. It was a very different story 3 years ago when Constable James Forcillo shot and killed Sammy Yatim on a Dundas streetcar. He too was armed with a knife.
We see some stark differences. We see one that was so poorly handled, it resulted in the death of an innocent young man.
ETF responded to the call just after 12 Saturday of a man with a knife who ordered passengers off the Steeles bus near Yonge. Everyone got off safely, including the driver, who witnesses say removed his keys and shut the doors. When police arrived, instead of firing their guns, they talked.
Take as much time as you want, but communicate with the person, and if they like you and trust you, and that's part of rapport, is getting them to like you and trust you. Here, he's trusting the officer with his life.
ETF called a psychologist to the scene Saturday, and the distraught man could be seen having several conversations through the window throughout the afternoon, before police finally moved in to make an arrest. In stark contrast, Constable Forcillo opened fire on Yatim less than 1 minute after arriving on the scene.
What most police officers, all police officers are taught to do is not to rush in. Because rushing in, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of excitement, you make mistakes. You make mistakes because you don't see the full picture.
While Forcillo, sentenced last week to 6 years in jail, is an example of de-escalation gone wrong. What happened this weekend, Nadeau says, shows how police can be successful.
Everybody should be looking at this latest scenario, the 6-hour standoff, if you will, resulting in the preservation of life through good crisis negotiation tactics, using the assistance of a professional psychiatrist to help bring a young man back to life.
Now, the man who was taken into custody Saturday is facing charges. He's expected to make a court appearance tomorrow morning.